Hi, my name is Poppy Leo. I am an actor, producer, and a full spectrum doula. Today, I'm going to break down the process of creating a microfilm, a film less than 1 minute long that explores wonder using prose and a one shot. We're going to break this into 6 simple steps, but first, I'd like to share my microfilm, Wonder.
There are basically 2 things I'm interested in: falling in love and finding God. The God I seek is one whose image is constantly changing, a God I can feel more than I can see, ever present yet elusive, a God who goes by many names. Octavia E. Butler says God is change. Others say God is universe. I can go around the world asking everyone who God is, and each person's answer will be different. And yet, don't we all know that feeling? The feeling of awe, the feeling of being lifted, the feeling of falling in love. And I understand now I am actually only interested in one thing, because to find God is to fall in love.
I was attracted to wonder because I felt myself stuck in a cycle of anger, depression, and paralysis. I consider the state of paralysis to be one in which we get smaller and smaller over time. Not just the space and energy that we take up, but also our sense of creativity and possibility. Paralysis makes us feel this is how it always will be and nothing will ever change. As an artist and an activist, I am deeply wary of this state of paralysis because it makes us numb to injustice, it makes us complicit to oppression, and it makes us repeat the same patterns over and over again. So in order to navigate away from paralysis into action, we need curiosity and wonder, questioning and challenging everything, denying the false claim that this is how things always were and will be, and recognizing that, as Grace Lee Boggs said, that we don't know what the next revolution will be, but we might be able to imagine it if our imagination is rich enough. Wonder is the fertilizer for our imagination. I looked around myself and asked, who can be my teachers for regaining my sense of wonder in this world? The 3 that showed up were God, love, and nature. Step 1. Free write with the prompt of wonder, or as my acting teacher Joan Shekel says, sketch with the inner life. Start by thinking about what is life-affirming and generative around you. My parameters for what constitutes wonder is anything that possesses life-affirming energy. I observed my mother's garden, which she tends with meticulous care. I read through my dream journal. I tracked the moments in the day when I felt a swell of this curiosity and sense of possibility. Step 2. Go deeper with your topic. I like taking my time and allowing my writing to emerge on its own terms rather than prescribing what it should be. So I try to hold off on writing a script for as long as possible. For now, I knew that the topics I wanted to explore were God and love, so I began investigating these topics more specifically with a sense of wonder. The great thing about wonder is that you can explore the topic of wonder itself and/or you can use it as the lens through which you explore any other topic. I asked myself a series of questions. What is my personal relationship with God? What have I been taught about God, and do I agree? Where and how does God show up in my life? When do I feel God energy? And what about it feels life-affirming? When have I felt love? In what ways does love also feel life-affirming? And how are love and God related for me? Step 3. Write a script. Now that I had a long list of musings about God and love, I sat with my material and picked out the words, phrases, and sentences that stood out to me the most. Once I had my favorite elements, I moved them around like puzzle pieces until I created a coherent shape for a story. Step 4. Edit your script. I edited my script paying attention to having a beginning, middle, and end, however long or short each of these sections is. Think of the beginning as an opening and ask yourself, what is the fastest way to invite someone into the world that I am inhabiting? Rhythm and pacing. Think of your story like a piece of music and the feeling the words evoke rather than the words themselves. Step 5. Record my voiceover. Now you have your timing for how long your continuous shot should be. In my case, it was around 54 seconds. Step 6. Shoot one continuous shot. Since the script was the spine of this microfilm, I only thought about what to shoot after I had written the full script. Since nature was my visual inspiration as it contains both love and God, I decided to shoot in nature, i.e. my mom's backyard. One continuous take gives you an opportunity to gradually reveal your perspective with the camera's movement. I experimented a bunch, but ultimately decided on starting with a close-up of a palm leaf, moving up to a blue sky, and ending at a low angle shot, which means from below looking up, of a palm tree. I had to block, which means figure out my body movements, and time out my camera movements. I probably did this shot 6 to 7 times with rehearsals, moving from the first close-up to the final low angle shot before having one take that I felt really satisfied with. And finally, a couple pro tips on how to get your best shot on a phone. 1. Shoot in landscape mode. Landscape is like this. 2. Don't zoom with your phone. It creates poor picture quality and it is a lot shakier. If you need to get closer, bring your phone closer, and farther away, just bring it farther away. And 3. Use exposure lock. Your phone will automatically focus and expose your shot. Your phone may want to keep adjusting and refocusing, which can lead to a jittery looking footage. Exposure lock will help to keep the focus and exposure constant throughout your shot. These are the steps for my microfilm about wonder using prose and a continuous shot. Thank you so much for watching.